Hello everyone, I know I'm a little bit late to the party, but today I'm going to be showing you the Aconite bow, where to get it, and my thoughts on it, whether I will use it, and what I think is the best way to play this build. First of all, I'm going to showcase a few clips that I got from OPR. I screenshotted a few of my scoreboard stats after some good games, and this bow, it can do a lot of damage. But so can the hoplite bow, and we're going to be getting into all of that later. So these clips are more some of my favorites, whereas the best way to use this bow is to start with poison shot and a clump, rain of arrows that clump, explosive that clump, and just like get a bunch of AoE dot ticks going and farm that damage. But I went for some single target action a little bit at the start of the clips, but as you can see from the scoreboards, it can do a lot of damage doing the AoE stuff. But yeah, a few clips and then we're going to go into the explanation for everything. First, I'm starting off with where to get the bow, so I open my map down here in Reekwater. You want to come to this shrine right here, the Lazarus shrine, and then we go to this bit. There's like a big route here, so we're at the shrine, and we just mount up and scale these rocks. You can even gather free painting up here. Very cool. Put this in your house. Amazing. Anyway. So we get here. There's a chest here actually. And then we break through this wall. Right, it looks like someone's been here. And you'll want to kill this thing, and it will have a 20% chance to drop the Aconite bow. You can kill this with like a tank, a healer, and 3 DPS. I did it with some of my company mates the other day. It was no problem really. And once the bow drops for you, you're gonna have 3 quests. One of them is to kill 50 enemies in Eden Grove, Angry Earth enemies in Eden Grove. You can pretty much just do this anywhere on the map, but the fastest way is Torta Riven / Lifer Ring. So if you come to the Elysian Shrine and come down here, if there's people farming this, you'll be done in like a couple minutes. If there isn't, then just I didn't really have like a specific spot. I think I came to this shrine and I was running down here for a bit, but I only found like 12 enemies. But yeah, just kill Angry Earth around Eden Grove. And the next quest is you have to kill the Scorpion Queen, which is here, Beds of Tabitjet. I probably butchered that, but you want to come to this shrine and then go in here, and you go all the way to the back, and the Queen Scorpion is there, so you kill them. And then the third one is to kill 50 enemies in Genesis. So you'll just want to do a normal Genesis. You can even do it with 3 people, it really doesn't matter, or you can queue for it. Get 50 kills, and then you fully unlock the bow and you can upgrade it at the kiln. Oh shit. So once you have all the stuff to upgrade it, type in Aconite, and there's kind of a limited amount of perks that you can put on it. At first I was thinking, oh, you know, Disdained Infliction will probably be good, especially since this is a dot build, but you can't put Disdained Infliction on it. I guess, I don't know, one of these perks is in the same perk pool as Disdained Infliction. I don't know what, but one of these is. So I thought the next best thing would be Attunement. So I slapped Attunement on there. That's what I went for. Abyssal, no, Arboreal Attunement, not Abyssal Attunement. I don't see how any of these would be good. Empowering Explosive Arrow, definitely not. Keen, definitely not. No, 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 nope, nope. Lasting Rain of Arrows, maybe you'd want to put this on an armor piece. Penetrating Rapid Shot, you don't want to be using Rapid Shot with this bow. Shirking Nature, yeah, so Attunement seems like the best option. So that's what I went for. The rest of my build is basically the same as my other bow build. So we've got, I have a random helmet. I think ideally what you'd want to put on this helmet is Lasting Rain of Arrows. And then everything else is the same. I've got Shirking Heels, Early Aversion, Evade Shot, even though I'm not using Evade Shot, but like I don't have a good chest piece to replace that. Same gloves, same legs, tumblers. You could go attuned leather pants, I guess, or featherweight if you wanted to. Yep, the bow. For the Rapier, because I like to play Evade, I have Omnidirectional Evade on my Rapier, and I like to chase people down, which means this perk is good. But if you don't want to use this perk, or you don't use Evade for whatever reason, you can put Penetrating Backstab on it. That's like the second best option in my opinion. Stone Form, Thrust Damage Amulet. I'm really going to be thinking about getting a Fire Damage Amulet though, because Fire Staff is just the freest weapon and it does so much damage, and especially Burninator is just horrible to deal with. Ring, now originally I was thinking of going for the Tanglevine ring, which I have here. I was thinking of upgrading it with Hearty, but this bow does all thrust damage, and you cannot split the damage, so this would be bad. Also, the dot from the charged attacks cause poison, dealing 5% weapon damage for 10 seconds. On average, this does like 70 damage per tick for 10 seconds. So this dot is useless. It's awful. The only reason it's good is because of Poison Affinity. Deal 15% more damage to poisoned enemies. This affects both weapons. That is literally the only good part of the poisoned arrows. And Poison Shot has a 23-24 second cooldown, even with full refreshing. So, you know, going for longer poison is not really going to benefit you that much. However, with the bleeds, that's going to affect your Lasting Rain of Arrows if you go for that perk. Also the normal Rain of Arrows, because that inflicts a bleed. 9% weapon damage for 12 seconds, so the duration will be longer and the percent of damage is higher than your like poisoned arrows. So that's why I went for the Hoplite ring with bloodletting and thrust damage. And obviously you can get like a bleed from the Rapier too. And more if you use Flurry or Tondo, but I don't use either of those. I use Flesh, Flourish and Finish, and Evade. And then Endless Thirst. But lately, since the potion cooldown changes, I have actually been thinking of running Ankh with Life Loop, Healthy Toast, Refreshing Toast, Regenerating. So having healthy toast, even with Ankh, it helps me live quite a bit. And also having refreshing toast without endless thirst means I can use my potions almost twice as often, which really helps, because in OPR at the moment with endless thirst, my gameplay is do some damage, get put on half HP, my potions are on cooldown, and I'm burning to death. So I literally just have to stand around a corner and wait for my potions to come off cooldown before I can do anything. If I go into a fight, I'm just dead. There's nothing I can do about it. So I think this change is quite nice. I was able to live more than normal, but I still haven't fully decided like if this is what I'm going for end game. This applies to my other bow builds and just in general, so I thought I'd give that information as well. I'm also going to recommend that for the rune glass that you slot in your second weapon is a rune glass of arboreal amber to do more nature damage, or potentially an opal. Arboreal opal, since you're buffing your thrust damage with your ring and stuff. Yeah, I'd say you want to go for one of these. Probably the amber is better because lots of people are running thrust protection, so I would say probably go for this. For the abilities, since this is a dot build and you want to be focusing on dots as much as possible, in my opinion, the only thing that makes sense is poison shit. Oh, poison shot, rain of arrows, and explosive. I don't really think it makes much sense to do anything else. I feel like, because normally with my hoplite I'd do rapid shot, rain of arrows, explosive, or rapid shot, evade shot, explosive. I don't really like using poison, and explosive is just too good to drop. Rain of arrows is also too good to drop, and you need to use poison. So I think honestly this is like the only viable setup for this build. If you drop any of the dots, then you'll be better off using the hoplite bow. And even with this setup, I was getting like the same amount of damage, if not more, like over the course of an OPR using this build without poison shot and swapping poison shot for rapid shot, which, you know, in theory you should do less damage because like you fire in a poison shot to the clump of people, you do big damage, blah blah blah, you know, whatever. But I can apply a bleed from my bow, keenly jagged, and I've got disdained infliction. So, you know, I'm gonna be stacking damage and longer dots by using the hoplite bow, and bleed is applied, so I'm doing 15% more damage with both weapons. So hoplite finisher just makes so much more sense to me than Aconite hoplite rapier. But I have been talking with one of my company members about how can you get the most out of Aconite, and honestly I think it's by slotting a spear with it, because you don't want to be using the venom spear with bow. There's just troll. You shouldn't use the venom spear in light armor. Like, most spear players are not going for heavy attacks. If you're in light armor, you definitely shouldn't be going for heavy attacks, because the time it takes you to do one, you can just explode to a fire staff. So it's just not worth it. I'm thinking penetrating backstab, just like the rapier, or enfeebling skewer, because that applies a 48% weaken on the enemy for like 8-9 seconds or something like that, which is pretty huge. You could also go leeching cyclone if you like to play cyclone, because that's going to be a fat heal, and cyclone pushes people away, so that could be good for staying alive. I don't like the bow spear combo. I don't think it's optimal. But if that's what you want to play and you think it works and you like it, then that is probably what you want to do. For the tree, I really don't know actually, but I think Skewer and Perforate are must-haves, and then either you choose Cyclone or Sweep. I don't have an optimal tree, so don't look at this and think, ah yes, this is Abyss, because it's probably not. For the Hatchet pairing with Aconite, I would go for something like this with the build. You could swap this for this, but basically it's just to keep yourself alive, keep distance from the enemy, berserk, run away, defy death, social distancing for a root, infected throw for disease and weaken, and also the weapon perk on either the weapon or the armor for exhaustion. I'd probably go for, like, unless you're gonna go a 3-perker, but I don't think that there is a really good 3-perker with the bow as Hatchet. So honestly, you might as well just get the Hoplite Hatchet. Oh my goodness, am I allowed to search? Can I search, please? What is going on? Just let me type box, please. What? What the fuck? Okay, so I don't have a Hoplite Hatchet. I thought I did. Turns out I just got a bunch of Gorgon ones that suck. But it will have Keenly Jagged and Disdained Infliction on it, and then you can put Keen Berserk or Exhaustive Infected Throw. I think we can find it in here. Hoplite Hatchet. There it is. Disdained Infliction, Keenly Jagged. I think this is going to be what does best with the Aconite bow. I can't really think of anything else. If you guys watching this video have a better idea, put it in the comments, and I will give it a like and a favorite, so you know people can see it. Also, I suggest to everyone to look in the comments, because there might be people that have a better idea than me about these other builds. But also, people do like to spread misinformation, so just try and, when you're taking in information, try and make sense of it yourself, because then you will actually understand what you really want from your build. So I've been rambling a lot. I'm going to go to my conclusion on all of this mess. So with Aconite, to make it worth using, you should use all of the AoE dot abilities. If you want to play Bow Rapier, then either Hoplite Bow plus Finisher with either AoE dots or single target, or Boltcaster with a Biscrafted Rapier or the Well of Fortune Rapier, like this one, Lucky Narwhal Tusk, and you can put either Omni Evade or Pen Backstab on that. For single target, that'll be good. For Bow Hatchet, Aconite could work with the Hoplite Hatchet, or you could use Hoplite Bow with Sin. For Bow Spear, this is the only one that makes the most sense with Aconite in my opinion, since there is no good artifact for this weapon pairing, and use Hoplite Spear with either Enfeebling Skewer, Leeching Cyclone, or Pen Backstab. But at the end of the day, in my opinion, the ultimate AoE bow build is full AoE Hoplite Bow with Attunement on it and Life Taker. That's what I think is the best one, because Life Taker is kind of busted. Also, something that I forgot to mention is PvE. Aconite is a very good bow for PvE. If you're a PvEer or a PvPer that doesn't have a designated bow for PvE, this could be what you go for. So like invasions, Gorgon, whatever. I mean, I guess you wouldn't want to use this on third boss, would you? But yeah, this could be your PvE bow. But yeah, I think that's everything. But yeah, I hope it helps. I hope you enjoyed, and good luck farming out there with the Aconite bow. Good luck. Or using a different bow, you know, that's what I'll be doing. Anyway, peace.